Privileged to have Mr. Trevor Bailey with us today, and I'd like to invite him to the podium. Thank you, Trevor.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Zach. If ever the importance of your work could have been brought out, it was most eloquently done with those two stories this afternoon. Because it's all about what you do, and it just shows what you do matters. And you've just got to keep going and going and going. So thank you again for inviting me to address your annual awards ceremony today, whether you're here personally or online. We at the NCT would like to congratulate everyone who will receive an award today. The awards are more significant because they are awarded following nominations from the people you work with in the industry, and therefore are best suited to acknowledge your professionalism, your dedication and service. And I say to you, well done. Let's begin with a slightly bigger picture. Because the picture reveals that South Africa is a resilient nation. We survived COVID-19, the 2021 riots and subsequent floods. The political landscape remains relatively stable, with the new government of national unity navigating its first term in office. There's a notable urgency in a shared commitment to economic growth, which is unfortunately made more challenging by the United States imposition of tariffs. However, inflation is down, and the economy maintained its resilience in September, recording its 5th consecutive monthly increase. A sign that moderate growth in the second quarter may have carried through to the third. This is good news for everyone here today, because it provides a degree of certainty which is essential for all businesses and organizations. There's much to celebrate today. In the last financial year, the National Consumer Tribunal and debt counsellors finalised 54,129 debt rearrangement orders. That number is impressive because the previous year you finalised 41,751. So that's a very big increase. And the good news is that this year we're on track to increase that 54,000 number. And what is also important to note is that the orders that we issue are all done within 5 days of the pleadings close. So today the National Consumer Tribunal wishes to doff its hat to everyone involved in the debt consent order ecosystem for serving consumers and wider society. Kudos to you all. We know that the ever-increasing cybercrime threats, particularly security breaches to transactional systems. Today I'm pleased to inform you that the NCT has introduced encrypted digital signatures into our debt rearrangement orders before we issue them. This ensures that the tribunal member's signature cannot be altered or forged on the issued order itself, thus protecting the order's integrity and authenticity. There's also good news concerning the mobile case management system. This year, in the spirit of improving access to online case management system, we launched our mobile application version on Android phones. This enables registered case management system users to electronically file or view the status of their consent order applications. What this means is that users may transact from anywhere in the world, including rural areas. at any time with our online platform without having to use a laptop or a tablet. And I say, what's not to like about that? The world around us is shifting at a blistering pace. New products, new technologies, and ways of living bring new social habits, new forms of consumption patterns, and repayment behaviors that reshape the fabric of our country's credit industry. It is not incorrect to say that we are already living in the future. We have been listening and learning from you and observing the real stories that shape the very landscape from our platforms daily. Whether personally, or at regulatory forums, or tribunal hearings, each engagement has provided meaningful opportunities for us to deepen our insights and understanding of what is required to ensure that the credit ecosystem remains fair, that it remains responsible, and above all, that it remains credible. We know that the system must balance consumer protection with sustainable business practices in the industry in order to build a shared future of accountability and trust. If knowledge equals power and understanding, then education is the best representation that consumers will have to enforce their rights. We believe at the NCT that education should be done with collective intent by all of us, in our schools, in tertiary education institutions, communities, and in our shared initiatives. Data has become the currency of insight as automation and artificial intelligence gather apace. Data is way more than just numbers. It reveals the rate at which people change their habits. Data shows us where and how often regulations must be revisited to remain sustainable and to remain relevant. Good regulation contributes to a sustainable credit industry. And more importantly, let's not politicize data. Let's treat it objectively. I believe that the debt counselling industry has a wonderful story to tell. It must show how integral debt review is to South Africa's economic stability and growth. It must illustrate the impact of its benefits, such as psychological relief, and we saw that today, when it is used wisely. So too must point out the negative social consequences when misunderstood or incorrectly used. The NCT wants to work collectively with you. We passionately believe in you and our collective voice in building trust in this industry. We invite you to continue meaningfully sharing your stories with us. The challenges, the successes, and the lessons, importantly, that live within them. Together we can influence the change that matters. It's not just about managing credit. We've seen today that it's about uplifting lives. It's about strengthening trust, and it's about sustaining growth to bring about a better and more caring South Africa. This is your role, it's our role too at the NCT. Let's look ahead a bit. There's much to look forward to. The NCT has recently developed an artificial intelligence research paper to serve as the blueprint for next generation case management. We will enhance our online adjudication platform that our tribunal members use to submit their debt rearrangement consent orders to automate the adjudicated decision making. This is important. Based on the information presented, the system will either grant or refuse the order, but importantly, backed up by a quality assurance process to ensure that the outcome is jurisprudentially correct. This exciting intervention, we believe, will dramatically enhance the tribunal's ability to scale large consent order volumes with even more rapid turnaround times to the benefit of the entire industry. Secondly, the Tribunal's case management system database has acquired wide-ranging information during the past decade. We have begun implementing an AI-driven data analytics system to provide the platform for key public sector and private industry stakeholders to access the information, enabling more information decision-making and managing the sector. And I invite you, if you've got information that you would like to share, then we in fact will be more than happy to also place that on our website. We want to help and contribute to bettering the sector. We're not going to stop there. We have big plans for our case hearing procedures. We intend to introduce mediation into our pre-hearing procedure. Mediation is a wonderful dispute resolution tool. Most of the time, it results in settlements. It offers the gift of an apology and can bring smiles to the faces of litigants. I caution, though, that mediation is not the be-all in, and it is not always appropriate to use when litigating. We also intend to simplify the Tribunal's procedures governing our condonation and leave to refer applications to the Tribunal. We believe that this will dramatically reduce our overall turnaround times. So I say to you today, watch this space. Exciting things are going to happen, and we want you to be part of this, us too. So as I depart the podium today, I want you to know that NCT salutes you, and they salute your work that you do in the industry, and we salute what you're contributing to our country. May today be a wonderful celebration of excellence in our industry. I thank you.
Thank you very much.